This was a round that I played a little while ago, and it turned out to be a pretty interesting one, so I wanted to show it to you. Although I wasn't able to win the round with only the 4 Roman numeral 10s remaining, I was able to obtain 3 different card runs that all involved great maneuvers. Also, a couple of other important game situations arose that I hope by showing you can help you for your games in the future. Here's the first deal. I was simply able to take the 1 of hearts off the board. Moving on to the second deal, I'm able to take the 3 of emeralds, the 4 of hearts, and the 5 of emeralds off the board. Then I'll move the 9 of emeralds down into the empty space. Here's the third deal. What I did here was simply take the 2 of marquees off the board. However, after looking at that later, I realized that I could have done much better. I could have started by taking the 1 of rubies and putting it over the 2 of marquees. Now, had I done that, I would have been able to take the 6 of marquees off due to the 9 of marquees. I would have been able to take the 2 of hearts off due to the 10 of hearts, the 1 of rubies off due to the 5 of rubies, and finally the 2 of marquees due to the 9 of marquees. That would have been 4 cards off the board rather than 1. So instead of receiving 20 points, I would have received only 5. Looking at it in the same sense of a legal obstruction to the dealer towards the end of a 2-player game, trying to prevent the dealer from obtaining 100 points, it might have benefited me to take the weaker move. On to the fourth deal. I was able to take the 1 of marquees and the 2 of hearts off the board. Here's the fifth deal. And this was a fun one because I obtained a 9-card run here. I started by taking off the 2 of emeralds and the 4 of emeralds, both due to the 6 of emeralds. Then I took the 6 of emeralds and I put it over the 5 of rubies. That allowed me to take off the 3 of marquees and the 1 of emeralds. Then I took the 6 of emeralds and I put it over the 7 of hearts, which allowed me to take off the 1 of rubies. Now again, what I'm constantly trying to do is look at all the cards underneath the top cards. That will allow me to see all the different directions that I might want to go in while attempting to remove the highest number of cards from the board during that move. Again, the more cards you take, the better chance the dealer has of earning card runs and winning the overall round with only the 4 10s remaining on the board. There's definitely a big skill involved in doing that. Then I took the 6 of emeralds and I put it over the 5 of rubies, and then the 7 of hearts, and put it over the 6 of emeralds. That allowed me to take off the 6 of marquees, the 7 of hearts, the 7 of marquees, and then finally the 6 of emeralds. So that was a 9-card run. I'll take those 9 cards and put them in my card run box now. Now we'll go on to the 6th deal of 10. In this 6th deal, I only took the 8 of hearts off the board before moving on to the 7th deal. However, that would have been a penalty on me because I missed a move. I don't know how I missed it because it was really easy. You're going to find yourself missing easy moves all the time, mainly due to lapses in concentration. And where in singles, you'd probably never even notice it. If you were playing 2-person or team, your opponents would have the opportunities to call penalties on you. And that can turn an entire game's momentum around from one player having control to the other. Looking here, the error was easy. I should have taken the 4 of marquee off due to the 9 of marquee. If I had made that error and my opponent called a penalty on me, my opponent would have taken a penalty jewel, put it in the penalty box while explaining my error. They then would have taken the rest of the moves that I would have normally taken myself before taking their own regular move. So they would have taken the 4 of marquees, and the 5 of rubies off the board, then they would have been able to bring the 9 of hearts down and then take the 9 of hearts off the board and perhaps go even further. So that would have been a big screw up on my side. I would have lost a lot of points from the cards that I didn't obtain, and I would have had a penalty called against me, which would have cost me another 25 points. The 7th deal of 10 cards was good too, because I earned a 7-card run. We started by taking the 10 of emeralds and putting it over the 9 of rubies. That allowed us to take the 6 of hearts off, and then the 9 of marquise off. Then we took the 10 of emeralds and we moved it up. We could have taken any of those cards and moved it there, but the 10 of emeralds was the best way because it allowed me to get into another good situation. I then took the 9 of rubies and put it over the 10 of emeralds. Now that opened up the 4 of marquise and then the 5 of rubies coming off the board. Then I took the 10 of marquise and I moved it over. That allowed me to take the 6 of rubies off the board. Then I took the 9 of rubies and I put it over the 10 of marquise. That allowed me to take the 9 of emeralds off the board. Then I took the 9 of hearts and I moved it down, allowing me to take the 9 of hearts off the board. And then you never leave a square empty if there are 4 or more cards on the board. So I had to move over the 9 of rubies onto that empty spot. And that was a 7-card run. I'll now put that card run on top of my previous one in the card run box at the bottom right of the game board. To track each card run easily, I'll always rotate them, putting the newest run upside down and sideways. During a doubles game, you should mark down your card run points and put those cards in your card run box as soon as you earn them. This will help avoid confusion. Here's the 8th of 10 deals. I'm only able to take the 3 of rubies off the board. Now the 9th of 10 deals. I'm able to take the 7 of emeralds and then the 2 of rubies. Again, at the end of the 10th deal, your goal is to end up with only the 4 10s remaining on the board. If you're able to do that, you'll receive 10 points in the singles game while also earning a bonus round game. In the 2-player and teams game, and if you're the dealer or the dealing team, ending the round with only the 4 10s on the board will earn you 100 points. Now for the last deal of the round. This is where I'm hoping to be able to remove every card from the board other than the 4 10s, which would enable me to receive the highest amount of player points along with the one possible bonus round. Okay, first I'll take off the 4 of rubies, then the 7 of rubies, and next the 3 of hearts. Then the 8 of rubies, followed by the 9 of rubies. Then I was forced to fill up the empty square with one of the other card piles that had more than one card on them. I saw that bringing the 10 of rubies down, it would allow me to take off the 5 of hearts. And that gave me a 6-card run to finish up my game, which is good. I wasn't able to end the game with only the 4 10s, but these 3 different card runs will really help my score. Now I'll go over this round's points. I was able to salvage 3 dealer points by ending up with 7 cards left on the board at the end of the game. I earned 3 5 to 9 card runs, so I'll put 3 slashes in the card run bonus box. I'll then multiply each slash by 5 points and total that to 15 points that I'll put in the card run bonus area of the total bonus points box. So the total points for that round will be 3 dealer points and 15 card run bonus points, totaling 18 points. Since we did not end up with only the 4 10s in this round, we did not earn any bonus rounds.